Hello, my name is Dan Hazlett. I'm the Student Government Association Advisor here at Stanley Community College. Welcome to Stanley SOAR. SOAR stands for Student Organization and Activities Recognition. This show is dedicated to highlighting the many different student organizations that are active on the campus of Stanley Community College. Each show will feature a unique organization and the positive work they do in the lives of our students, our campus, and our community. Recently, I went into one of the restrooms here on campus, and there was a sign on the mirror that said, "You don't have to look in the mirror, you are beautiful." And I went back to the office and made that comment to one of the people that I work with about the sign on the mirror, and he said, well, there was one in the restroom I went to. And as we went through the day, we heard that comment several times. There are signs on the mirrors. Who put them there? Well, they were placed there by one of our student organizations, our Bible Campus Ministry. And today we're glad to feature in the SOAR series of shows about our student organizations, the Bible Campus Ministry. The advisor, or one of the advisors, is Rita Love. And we also have with us one of the chapter officers, Ashlyn Waterhouse. So we're going to begin by just asking Ashlyn to tell us a little bit about the purpose of the Bible Campus Ministry organization.
The purpose of the Bible Christian Ministry is a student named Kara Myers who passed away. She had, one of her quotes was, in weakness and in disability, and she was the world as one, pretty much. She put the Bible ministry together. She created it. It was a way for her to bring all the students together, for us to fellowship, for us to pray together. We invite all the students, all faculty. We have activities. We pray together. We do devotions. Joe Pollard is a leader, and he did one of our last meeting. He did it on, he ended our meeting with being a leader. That's what I got out of it, just about the leadership and teaching us to be college students, but having Christ with us every day in our life, even in school.
Which is one of the purposes for all of our student organizations. One of our goals is to develop those leadership qualities and characteristics, and then we give the students and the faculty advisors the choice of ways to do that. And of course, the Bible Campus Ministry has been one of the leading organizations now for a number of years here on campus. Ms. Love, you've been there since the beginning of the organization, and you knew our student personally. So if you want to talk a little more about her and about those early days.
That would be great. It was in about December of 2016 that Kara Myers and a friend of hers, Blake Brewer, both approached me to see if I would be an advisor for, she had already named the club, Bible Campus Ministry, and I think she had been a part of another club at another institution with that name. And so I had to think about it, because at the time I was working full-time, I was in school, and I had I think a 1 or 2 year old at that time. And so I told Ms. Kara and Blake all of those things, and they just looked at me and said, "So can you do it?" And so it has been my pleasure, and I have learned so much just advising these students. Kara Myers has gone on to be with the Lord. She had some special issues, but her legacy lives on. We make sure we bring up Kara from time to time. Ashlyn had met her and went to several club meetings with her, so she knows Kara. And her purpose was to have a place for students to go, just a safe place to pray and meet with folks that believed alike, but also to spread that to others who might be interested in the story of Christ. And so that is what our club has been. Different membership over the years, but that is where we are, and we hope to grow in that direction.
Kara was certainly inspirational to all of us, even if we didn't have her in class or work with her in the student organization. I think everybody on campus knew her because of that positive attitude, that just obvious determination to make the best of a difficult situation for her. And I think the campus rallied around her and supported her, and certainly the Bible Campus Ministry, I think, was the primary support for her while she was here. And I know the family certainly appreciated that in those days with Kara. And I know she would be pleased that the organization has strengthened over the years since she was here as the beginning leader in that. Again, open to who for membership or for participation?
Anyone is
Anyone.
welcome, yeah, to come to our meetings. Of course, if you want to be an officer, that takes a little more time and dedication, as with any group, but anyone's welcome to come to our meetings. We have them once a week, except for the week that we have SGA meeting.
And Bible Campus Ministry has been certainly involved in the Student Government Association. All of our student organizations have representatives who attend these student government organization meetings, but there are certain ones that are very dependable to have the basic core leaders of their group there at each month's meeting, which I think pays benefits both for the organization and for the Student Government Association. And I think a couple other of your members are going to talk about some of those SGA-related activities that the Bible Campus Ministry has been involved in. Now, when do you meet?
Wednesdays at 12 o'clock.
Every Wednesday.
Yes, sir.
Okay, some of our groups meet once a month, but you meet every Wednesday. Well, that is a time commitment then for students and for advisors.
And like I said, we pray together before and after every meeting. We have devotions. We may play games one day. We may do an icebreaker. It's just a time to fellowship with, the students and the faculty.
Of course, I'm a good old Southern Baptist deacon, so I'm used to Wednesday night prayer meetings, so every Wednesday's fine with me for you. I know we can never have lunch with Miss Love on Wednesdays because she's always with you all. Okay, remember any of the quotes that were on the mirrors?
We put a few scripture verses, right, Ashlyn?
Oh, right.
I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, and so we want to make sure that's out there. But we also had some quotes from Soul Surfer, the movie, but they're pretty long. So I don't know if we've got any of those for you today. But
I just remember a fairly simple thing to do to write notes and put them on Post-it notes and stick them on mirrors, but it certainly caught the attention of people throughout campus throughout that day as they saw those notes on the mirror. So again, we appreciate your taking the time to do that. It was very encouraging, very positive, and again brought a lot of attention to your group. So thank you for being with us and for talking with us. We're going to bring in a couple other of your members to talk about some of the activities you've done during the year. Good luck as we go into a new school year. Tell us about your program, what program you're in, and what your career plans are.
I am an Associates of Arts right now. My career plan is to go into the religion field, whether it's with the Christian ministry or, doing, working with kids with psychology.
I don't know if you're familiar with Chuck Van Hoos. Chuck was here probably 5 or 6 years ago as a student, went to UNC Charlotte to do communications, and after I think a semester or two switched over to Christian Ed and is now a full-time youth minister in Monroe. So, certainly a good career to go into, a needed career.
It is.
And something, again, that has a positive impact on a lot of people. So good luck with that.
Thank you.
And you just became Dr. Love,
Oh,
so let's talk a little bit about that.
well, I finished that program I was talking about when Kara and Blake approached me about starting the club. So that's done, and that's I give the glory to God. That was it's done. And so
That's an accomplishment.
I'm so glad, and thank you for saying that. Yeah.
Very much so.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Dr. Love.
Oh, yeah.
It's
You don't
going
have
to
to
take
call
us
me
a
that.
while to get used to that, but
Yeah.
that's okay. Well, thank you for taking the challenge of working something else in a busy schedule. Certainly our students are leaders, but in all of our organizations, that continuity that the advisors provide is probably what makes the difference in a successful student organization. As the students come in, having that background, being able to give them the suggestions, the leadership tips. And again, that's really what we're all about, even though each group has a primary purpose of its own. That overall goal, and the reason why our administration supports student organizations is so that when you finish and you have all those skills that you've learned in the classroom, you also have the leadership characteristics that will help you move up the ladder in your jobs and help you be successful there. So good luck to you as you
Thank
continue
you.
your education. And I know you're looking forward to some of these students graduating and then a new bunch coming in next year. But again, membership open to anyone on campus who wants to participate every Wednesday.
That's right.
That's correct.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
As the SGA advisor, it's been my pleasure this year to work with a number of our student leaders, and two of them that I want to introduce now are the leaders, the officers of the Bible Campus Ministry. We have Matthew and we have Tyler. Matthew is our campus runner. You never see Matthew that he's not running to get from one place to the other. We're never sure whether it's that he's always late or whether he just likes to run. So Matthew, we could start with that. Why do you run so much?
Well, it gets from point A to point B faster, and I mean, especially after sitting around for a while, it gets the legs stretched out and some blood flowing, but sometimes it is because I am running late.
Matthew Osborne. And Tyler, talk about the shirts.
We decided to wear this. It's our club shirt. I think, wasn't it designed by Joe Pollard?
Him or...
He's the one that handed us the shirt, so we're going to say it was his idea.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's our BCM shirt. It's simple, it has college colors, and I think it represents us well, so we wore it today.
Tyler Tucker. Tyler serves as Vice President of the Bible Campus Ministry. And I want you fellows to talk just a little bit about the activities that the group has done this year.
Well, this year we've been we've tried to do a few things. And when we first started, or I first started, that was, I think that was before we even had our first full year. But they had already started it, and we raised the money for the founder's family after she died with a Chick-fil-A fundraiser in Crutchfield. We've done some things at the Spring Arbor, I believe it was. We caroled there one time. We've done a lot of, every year we've done stuff for the Spring Fling and tried to be out there for people in general to participate in and connect with, that they can have hope in, or just somebody to hang out with and be a friend to them. You know.
Spring Fling and Fall Fest are two of our all-campus activities sponsored by the Student Government Association, but we depend on all of the student organizations to have booths there to do some sort of game activity for students who are participating, who've attended, but also to promote that particular organization. So as you say, it is that opportunity to talk with folks, make them aware of what your group does. Again, Tyler, what would you say the goals of the Bible Campus Ministry are?
Well, our goals are to spread the love of Jesus and his message, and we're here to be an inclusive group and allow people to come to us. We're here to be friendly, good people, and to show that we can do it better with Jesus than with ourselves and give him glory.
I think one of the things the organization is known for is that openness, that welcoming spirit, to invite anybody on campus to participate. You don't necessarily have to be a member in the sense that you're there every Wednesday,
No, you don't have to be.
or that you're responsible for doing a whole lot of things. You can come and participate in service projects, as you say, the Christmas caroling, serving at the community table. I know the Bible Campus Ministry has done that several times along the way. Do you remember anything particular from either a Fall Fest or Spring Fling that stands out as a good memory from the Bible Campus Ministry?
The first year when I came, they did, I believe, a Pirates theme to it, and that was pretty interesting. We had a kind of interesting, Miss Love would remember, I think it was pirate theme. Yeah, it was, and we had a thing where we made basically pies, and you had to throw it at your friend or at one of us. Plus, we'd make up a pirate name and everything, and I regret doing it, but I tried to win the eating competition SGA did. Mistake, too much sugar, but that was really fun and everything. People just having fun in general, you know, and all that.
I was gonna say, when I came here, we did the Needle in the Haystack. We did that. That was for Fall Fest,
Fall
wasn't it?
Fest.
Yep. Yeah, we did that. That was fun. And we were nicer than probably other games. We gave out free candy, even if they didn't find anything. That's called
Well,
over
you're
a
the
bun.
Bible campus ministry.
It's like-
You should be nicer.
It's like, we represent Jesus. We're nice. Here's some candy. But the same. We did like we was. I said that was a lot of fun and that kind of thing. And I would say I don't think I've ever manned a game or done something like that without joining this club. To be honest with you, so that was fun.
Well, again, it is that opportunity to learn the leadership skills. Even though you're doing a game, you are responsible for operating that game throughout the activity, throughout the day. But then it gives you that opportunity as students come by to talk with them about the goals of your organization and promote the work that your group is doing. You two fellows, I think, attended every SGA meeting this past year,
Oh yes,
Except for
representing
one.
your organization.
There was one,
there's one because we had Skills USA. It went competing and represent the college.
but other than that, that's about right.
And we appreciate that. You want to talk just a little bit about the purpose of that and why we do the Student Government Association meetings each month?
Well, you know, it's a government. It's not a. We're not just a heap of stuff, you know, or group of people. You know, we're actually an organization, and so it's helpful to have an actual government, but it's ran by the whole group, and so it's really important, I believe, for you to participate in that activity as a whole, every now and then, so we can just touch base with everything and, you know, make sure we're doing stuff, we're being healthy as a whole, all the clubs in general, and the SGA in general is going in the right direction. And so it's really helpful. And I mean, you get free food, so I mean, how can you turn that down?
Well,
Yeah.
we do serve food each month, but that's not the real reason you're there.
No,
No.
but it's a nice.
Yeah, I think that, again, that sharing between the student organizations to develop the leadership skills, you hear what the others are doing. It's the one time that all the student leaders are together. You're busy doing your individual organization activities the rest of the month, and that one time each month, all of the student organization leaders are together to share ideas, to talk about things on campus, to develop programs and activities. The Christmas coat drive, I think the Bible Campus Ministry was very involved in that. That was an SGA activity, but was dependent upon different organizations to collect, to organize, to get those available to students here on campus, and then to get them to the Stanley County Christian Ministries and the West Stanley Christian Ministries offices then over Christmas. So, you know, very an activity that was dependent upon all the student organizations cooperating together. So I think that's a strength of the Student Government Association in that, and we appreciate the involvement of the Bible Campus Ministry in that. Anything else you can think of that you want to share about the group?
Please come.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun, a lot of good people, and again, you don't even have to be a Christian to join. We invite anyone to come, just listen and have a good time, and fellowship, be friendly. That's the point of our club.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate the work you've done and the leadership roles you two fellows have taken this year in the organization.
Thank you.
Two other active participants in our Bible Campus Ministry here on campus are the co-advisor, Joe Pollard, and one of the student members who's been active throughout the year, Georgia Haywood. Georgia, tell me a little bit about your experience here on campus this year, what program you're in, how you got involved in the Bible Campus Ministry.
Well, I'm studying early childhood education, and the way I got involved in the ministry, it was Miss Love. She wanted me to join, and she was recruiting me, and she was telling me to come on by and just see what we got, you know, and join and try to get join the Bible club. So I went on by, and so I liked it, and so, you know, it was something I was used to. And so, so I've been in it ever since. But then I fell back a little bit, and then I went back. But I've been enjoying it ever since.
Okay, and you were talking about one of the studies you did that you thought was it particularly interesting to you?
Yeah, the book that she had us to read about the questions people like to ask but don't ask about, the Bible. And I thought that was a great book. And forgot the gentleman that was with us. What was his name? I forgot his name, but I thought he was a good teacher.
Okay. And Mr. Pollard,
Yes.
the value of student organizations on campus, and particularly the Bible Campus Ministry.
Yeah, no, it's been my first year, I guess, being involved with
Now, you've been
student-
here a number of years.
I
You've been
have. It's my
supportive
first.
of-
Yeah,
You've been supportive of
I have. I've
student
not been an
organizations.
advisor. Yeah, and I kind of fell into the advisor. They had the Bible Campus Ministry asked me to kind of present early on in the fall semester, and so I led one of the Bible studies, and they sort of followed up and they asked me to come on as sort of a co-faculty sponsor, and so I've really enjoyed it. I would say the value of just meeting weekly with a group of
Outside
students.
that classroom and the
It's
academic
so different.
setting.
Yeah, and I
agree.
think that really helps to just give a little bit of accountability and a little bit of fellowship, and being plugged in with SGA. You have a service component. You have sort of a little bit of a tie-in to the broader student body because we meet once a month with the larger SGA, and I think that's perspective-wise for me anyway. It gave me a broader view of campus and sort of the student body as a whole. But and just to have a group that you're interested in, I think to meet weekly and to engage in a Bible study, to catch up, how are classes going, how have things gone just personally from week to week is really good on a lot of different levels, just spiritually, socially, mentally, emotionally.
I think that's true with the student organizations. The students tend to come and go to class, come to class, leave, go to work, go back to families. If they're in a student organization, they just get that support group that's there, even if it's just briefly talking to them in and out of the classroom. And as an advisor,
True.
I think that same thing is true. You see the students not just as students, but as real people, and then they see us in that way.
Right.
One of the students one day said, "Well, Mr. Hazlett, actually, you're a fairly likable person. You didn't like me when you had me as an instructor." And they're like, "Well, not particularly, So, I think it is that opportunity just to get to know students outside the classroom and to teach those skills that are going to be lifelong skills in leadership and working with other people. I still see that as one of the primary purposes of our organizations, that building that teamwork, and you see it, in the projects and activities that the Bible Campus Ministry has done. Now, Georgia, what are your plans after you finish school?
Well, my plans are to work with the church. The church is expanding, and we're going to have a daycare. And, it's going to be an affordable daycare because, child care is so expensive these days. And so we're going to take and try to make it affordable for the young and single mothers and even the families. So that's one of my goals. And another one of my goals is to try to do a home daycare for myself. And so, and I love kids, all kind of kids, inclusion kids. And so and I'm looking forward to it. I'm just looking forward to just getting that piece of paper in my hand, Dan, and just
And being able to start.
Yes,
Well, we wish you well with that. Certainly a needed area.
Yeah.
Nothing more important than taking care of those children.
Yes.
And so we appreciate your interest in that and wish you good luck with that.
Thank you.
And you have two good advisors I know you'll be falling back on probably
Yeah.
throughout your career.
Yeah.
Just this morning I was asked to do a reference for a student that it's probably been 15, 16 years ago.
Wow.
That was a student, but I've kept up with her through those years, and that's the kind of stuff we enjoy doing. Just knowing you've been successful and continuing to do what we can do to help you be successful. So good luck in that chosen career. And thank you for taking the leadership role as one of the advisors. Like I say, you've been around a long time. You've been here at Stanley how many years now?
Probably about 13 maybe
13,
now. I think it's
14
about 13
years, yeah. So we appreciate
They're
your
rolling
work
by.
with the students and wish the Bible Campus Ministry continued success
thank
in
you.
your work here on campus. Thank you for watching Stanley SOAR, our Student Organization and Activities Recognition Show. Please tune to this channel again for future shows as we highlight the many different student organizations and their impact here on our campus and throughout our community.